The group that does 3D digitization for the Smithsonian actually met with educators from all over the institution, and they were really interested in what I would call teachable objects. Objects that told compelling stories, objects that could be more accessible if they were reduced or increased in scale, objects that could teach lessons that the public really wanted to learn.
In the museum where I work, less than 1% of our collection's items are on display for people to come and see in the exhibits. But we have another way of making the collections accessible, and that's via the internet. And now we'll be able to share 3D data that could be printed somewhere else.
The 3D printing aspect is a major motivational tool for teens. They're very interested in being able to print real objects from a set of data.
Whether they are people who we have read about who are now deceased, or if they're historical figures who we have never met, there's something about being able to come in contact with something that they've held, touched, used, that makes us feel that we are a part of their existence.
If students are using data sets to create their own prints, they're obviously taking on the science and technology end of it. I think that there are a number of ways that it'll enhance classroom learning. The 3D viewer, I think, is going to be one of those great things in the classroom.
One of the things that we work hard to teach students about history is that it's always being told from multiple perspectives. And so the tour tool will allow us to look at an object in a bunch of different ways.
On the 3D viewer, there will be what we're calling hotspots, and they're pinpoints to different pieces of the object. What it does is it enables them to self-guide.
What really excites me for the future is that we'd like to have the tool be available as an authoring tool for students and teachers so that students could be creating their own tours, making their own discoveries, and pretty much work right alongside us at the Smithsonian and do their own authentic work. Teachers want access to the 3D data because they want to help their students master the mathematical and technological skills necessary for working with 3D, because they know that today's fifth graders in 10 years are going to go into a world where 3D data is going to be part of their everyday life.
As our classrooms move to multidisciplinary curriculum and lessons, this is one more way that they can bring all of the aspects of teaching together.
Teachers are really yearning to instruct in a more integrated fashion, and these kinds of projects with 3D printing get students so excited and motivated.
I actually think it will revolutionize the way in which we teach. We feel that this technology allows everyone to be as inventive as they want to be, and then they have the ability to share what they have learned with others in a very easy and simple way.
I'm really excited to get feedback and to stay in communication with our teacher and student community to find out what exciting creations they're going to make with what we have.
We believe that solving the great problems of the world is in the hands of every single person, and that the more they have access to the tools, the better we all will be for their having learned how to use them and how to share them.